said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down. Make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions offense will go to work first. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
Quarterback making checks. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Matthews. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Matthews. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Shoots it to the left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Might be calling a hot route. Now from inside the red zone. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his target down the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. And the Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on first and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
How impressive has this offense been just hogging the ball? They've just been eating away at the clock. They've been matriculating the football down the field. And here they are scoring a touchdown on their opening possession. The opposing quarterback's like, bro, when am I going to get the ball? When do I get a chance to take the field? That was crazy.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense will have its first possession of the game. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Paul.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You have got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game.
The Bulldogs are in the hurry up. Dropping back, it's Nicholson. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds a man in the middle.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Oh, he's got some space. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Handoff from the gun. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Going to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Penn State!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Off play action on first down. Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be one at one.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
Mississippi State right back to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. Looking to throw, it's Nicholson. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the foot.
It's a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To the air on second down. Right on the money. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Got it in the middle. It's Matthews. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He might want another play. Gonna look downfield again. Uncorks it. Finds his man open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas State. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's the pressure. Time to take a shot. Pulls it in down the sideline. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Nicholson. Finds his big tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Wants to fire on second down. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Here's a heat. He's going to take off. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not finding any running room. I think that loss is going to give back what they gained on the previous play, and now it's 3rd down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Ellington.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Rushes on him. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Swings it out to the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Back to throw, it's Nicholson. Unloads to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Westbrook. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They're going back to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. They're working that left side. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, he had his man for a big gainer, and he just flat missed him.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Nice move to pick up yardage. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's fumbled. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. And the throw out to the sideline. Good for just a few yards.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Wants to throw on third down. He's going to run it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Wicks. Got enough space. Touchdown, Penn State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself. Points on the board. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Houston. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quickly to the tight end. Trucks through the defender. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick handoff. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Trying to make magic with his feet. Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They're facing a third down. Dropping back, it's Nicholson. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Fakes the grab. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Wants to go up top on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab on the left side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Pressure coming. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On his way from around the 50. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll test the right side. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant.
Touchdown, Penn State! Fit it in the window for the score. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And the returner will be dragged down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
It's complete to the left. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. The Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Sets up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Paul.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. He's looking deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Brings it in down the left side. There he goes. The 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
Mississippi State, 0.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in court.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Nicholson. Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. 1st and 10. To the air, it's Nicholson. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ellington. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Matthews. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger game.
Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Dropping back, it's Nicholson. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. He's looking to pass. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.